Today we're going to be looking at the history of the phaser pedal, a guide to iconic modulation, and tell you all about what a phaser pedal is. I mean, a lot of people in the guitar communities that I'm in, still don't use effects and stuff or know much about effects, so this is kind of a PSA, a public service announcement. So today we're going to be talking about the phaser. Okay, that dude with the guitar, he really knows what he's on about. Make sure you like and subscribe. Really helps the video get out there into the algorithm. Leave a comment as well. Say hi or something. I'm sure somebody will say hi back. I might even say hi back. Anyway, the phaser pedal. Right, not going to lie. As far as modulation goes, the phaser pedal is one of my all-time favourites. I love playing with a phaser pedal on. It sounds amazing. The flanger comes a close second, but I am a phaser guy. And one of my favourite phaser pedals of all time, it's probably not mentioned in this article, was the Ibanez PH7, one of the Smashbox things. Epic phaser pedal. Anyway, what have we got here? The history of the phaser pedal. We've got a Badstone there, we've got an MXR script with the LED. I do have that pedal, and that's the one I am using at the moment. So we've got the PH3 phase shifter. I love a phaser. Dive into the history of the phaser pedal, the iconic whooshing guitar effect, learn about legendary models, how it works, and its essential controls. So let's do this. We're going to get educated. Open your brains. The history of the phaser pedal is a simple guide to the iconic modulation effect behind many worldwide hit records. The phaser pedal's signature swirling and ethereal tones have been an essential tool in guitarists' arsenal since the late 60s. Let's explore its evolution, technical details, classic models, and how to integrate it into your sound. Before I go on here, right, before we get into this, I want you to jump in the comments and let me know your favourite song that's got, some good swooshing phaser stuff on it. I mean, a lot of people are going to say Eddie Van Halen, he was a big fan of the phaser. He even had his own MXR model, with the stripes, the red, black and white. I think the first one that always springs to mind for me is the start of Pretty Vacant, the Sex Pistols song. It's got some nice phaser stuff going on there. There's so many. So I'm not going to say it. Jump in the comments and let me know what your favourite phaser riff is. The history of the phaser pedal. Imagine a sound that whooshes, warbles and breathes, adding another worldly dimension to your guitar tone. The phaser effect is a sonic chameleon that has captivated musicians for decades. Whether you crave subtle shimmer or mind-bending modulation, the phaser is a gateway to endless sonic exploration. With its swirling ethereal tones, the phaser pedal has been a staple of guitarists' sonic arsenals. We already did this. Ooh, Univibe. I think recently Behringer have brought out a version of this. I'd have to check, I'm pretty sure they did though. Right, the phaser origin story. 1967, the Shin-Ei Univibe is born, initially aiming to emulate the Leslie rotary speaker effect. It did not. It doesn't sound anything like a Leslie. Although there are plenty of pedals out there. I did a video recently about the new Boss pedal. That sounds like a Leslie. However, its unique phase shifting circuit becomes its defining feature, and I'm so glad it did. Jimi Hendrix adopted the Univibe for his iconic performances like the Star Spangled Banner at Woodstock, bringing the phase shifting sound to the forefront of rock music. I mean, it's not just available for rock, but I mean, it is quite a good rocky. I find the phaser adds heaviness. The early 1970s refinement of the effect leads to dedicated phaser pedals in more compact and accessible formats. And then we've got the MXR Script Phase 90 with the LED. I've actually got this pedal on my board at the moment. Iconic phaser pedals, the Eventide PS101, the Maestro PS1 phase shifter from 1971, Oberheim Electronics phaser, the MXR Phase 90, that came out in 1974. The bright orange enclosure and consistent sound established the MXR Phase 90 as a quintessential phaser. It also pioneered the now standard colour coding for effects pedals. Something I didn't think about, colour coding for effects pedals. I might make a video about that. But that phaser's orange, that's fine. I mean, the Boss phaser's green. The colour sound Super Phase, early 70s. The Electro Harmonix Badstone and Smallstone. That is a classic phaser. The 6-stage Badstone offers deeper phasing, while the 4-stage Smallstone is a beloved, cleaner sounding classic. Variations like Nano and Russian versions are also sought after. Yeah, I love Electro Harmonix pedals as well. Huge fan. The Roland Jet Phaser, 1975. The pre-Boss design combines a full circuit with the phaser section. The Boss PH1, 1977. You don't think about Boss pedals having been around that long, you know, because like the electric guitar, they're relatively unchanged. The original offering in the Traffic Light Compact series featuring a subtle 4-stage phaser. The Mutron Phaser 2. The DoD phaser. DoD pedals Digitech again. Great phaser. The Ibanez PH7, the Tone Lock. There we go. That's the one I was talking about right at the start of the video. That is a brilliant phaser. If you can ever get your hands on one of them, for me, that is the ultimate phaser. I think Wes Borland still uses one of them on his board. I'm not sure. I'll have to check. Technical breakdown. An audio signal is split into dry, unaltered, and wet paths. The wet signal travels through a series of all-pass filters, each subtly delaying and shifting the phase of specific frequencies. A low-frequency oscillator, LFO, controls the rate at which these filters sweep across the frequency spectrum, creating the characteristic swooshing effect when the wet signal recombines with the dry. Stages and feedback. More all-pass filters, stages create a denser, more complex phaser sound. The feedback control reintroduces the affected output back into the input, intensifying the effect and potentially leading to self-oscillation. Phaser pedals, controls and placement. Essential controls: rate, speed, depth, feedback, level, mix, blend. Explained as before. Placement. Traditionally, as it should be with modulation effects, near the end of the chain, after overdrive distortion but before reverb delay for the most defined effect. Experiment by placing it elsewhere for unique results. The phaser versus flanger versus chorus. I do like a good versus. Phaser, phase shifting via all-pass filters for a unique swirling. Flanger enjoys a short modulated delay for a jet plane or comb filter effect. Chorus creates gentle pitch modulation and doubling for a lush, spacious sound. So we've got phaser pedals in action, some songs to check out. Hopefully you'll put your song in the comments by now. Jimi Hendrix, A Star Spangled Banner, Univibe. Eddie Van Halen, Atomic Punk, MXR Phase 90. Pink Floyd, Shine On You Crazy Diamond, MXR Phase 90, Smashing Pumpkins, A Cherub Rock, Electro Harmonix Smallstone, Radiohead, Paranoid Android, Boss PH3. So the MXR, I don't know, I think that's one of the classic ones. The phaser's enduring appeal lies in its adaptability from subtle textures to mind-bending sonic journeys. It's a tool that rewards curiosity. Don't just follow the legends, explore extreme settings, push it before or after other effects, and even blend it with non-guitar signals. The phaser invites you to break the rules and forge your sonic signature. So there you go. Guitar Bomb are just gonna try and get you to buy stuff, and that's fair enough if they want to do that. Anyway, that's all for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you want to become a member, I'm doing specifically at least one members only video every week, so if you become a member you get an extra video. And if you want to help support the channel, I've got merch and super chats as well, so yeah, do it. Anyway, thanks again, take it easy, peace out.